Every year, the same pattern repeats itself. As summer approaches, advertisements become brighter. Social media fills with beach vacations and pool parties. And people begin talking about sunshine as if it's the happiest time of the year. Friends start planning road trips, families organize outdoor gatherings, and everyone seems excited about longer days and warmer weather. Society has almost convinced us that loving summer is the normal response, and that anyone who prefers cold, rainy days must be unusual. But if you've ever found yourself eagerly waiting for the first cool breeze of autumn, counting down the days until you can wear your favorite hoodie again, or feeling strangely peaceful when grey clouds cover the sky, you've probably wondered why you feel so different from everyone else. While others complain about winter, you secretly feel like you're finally becoming yourself again. The question is, why? For years, people who love winter have been misunderstood. They're often labeled as gloomy, antisocial, or negative, simply because they don't enjoy hot weather or crowded beaches. People assume that preferring cold days means something must be wrong with your personality. But psychology tells a completely different story. Your preference for winter may have very little to do with the season itself, and much more to do with your brain. Researchers have discovered that people who enjoy winter often share similar psychological traits, patterns of emotional regulation, and differences in sensory processing. What feels depressing to one person can feel deeply calming to another, because every brain experiences the environment differently. The truth is that many people don't actually love winter because they enjoy freezing temperatures. They love what winter removes from their lives. They love the quiet. They love the slower pace. They love the absence of constant social expectations. They love that the world seems to become less demanding during the winter months. During the summer, it can feel like there's pressure to always be outside, always making plans, always taking advantage of the sunshine, as if it were a limited resource. Every sunny weekend somehow becomes an opportunity you're expected not to waste. If you choose to stay home, people often ask why you're wasting a beautiful day. Winter quietly removes that pressure. Suddenly, staying indoors feels acceptable. Slowing down becomes normal. Rest no longer requires an excuse, and that feels liberating. One of the biggest misconceptions about winter lovers is that they're just different. But research shows it's rooted in the way the nervous system processes sensory information. For some, heat is more than an inconvenience. It's mentally exhausting. Prolonged heat forces the body to work harder just to maintain its normal temperature, leaving less energy for patience. When winter arrives, those demands fade. The light softens, the air cools, and for an overstimulated nervous system, this isn't just a change in weather, it's a form of recovery. Summer creates a quiet sense of guilt whenever we choose to stay home. We compare our lives to the vacation photos and festivals filling our social media feeds. Winter removes that internal conflict. Reading a book under a blanket suddenly feels normal. Spending an evening in doesn't require an explanation or a justification. Psychologists call this a reduction in performance pressure. Winter offers something modern life rarely does: permission to rest without feeling lazy or unproductive. There's a reason deep thoughts appear on quiet evenings. Busy environments force our brains outward, but quiet environments allow our attention to finally shift inward. Many writers and thinkers describe winter as their most creative season. The reduction in external noise creates the mental space needed for curiosity and self-reflection. While others see empty streets and grey skies as depressing, the winter lover sees clarity. It's an environment that supports deep thinking and creative exploration. This leads us to the den effect. Evolutionarily, winter was a time for retreating into safe, protected spaces. That instinct remains deeply embedded in our psychology. The contrast between a harsh outdoor environment and a warm indoor sanctuary creates a profound sense of safety. The walls of your home feel more like a protective shield. In summer, the world feels open and exposed. But in winter, your home becomes a sanctuary where you can truly let your guard down and feel secure from the outside world. This sense of sanctuary also improves sleep. Lower temperatures and a feeling of being tucked in signal to the brain that it's time for deep, restorative rest. The Danish concept of hygge isn't just about decor. It's about the science of cozy comfort. Warmth and soft textures have a measurable effect on our brain chemistry. Holding a warm mug or wrapping yourself in a blanket triggers the release of oxytocin. This cuddle hormone naturally reduces stress and promotes emotional well-being. For winter lovers, these sensory rituals are essential for emotional regulation. They provide a predictable, comforting environment that offsets the chaos of modern life. It's about creating a personal ecosystem of comfort. When the world outside is unpredictable, the deliberate warmth of winter provides a grounding sense of control. Then there's the peace of grey skies. While many find them gloomy, they actually offer a lower cognitive load because they reduce visual contrast and harsh shadows. A grey sky acts like a giant softbox, evening out the light. This neutral palette demands less focus from your eyes and allows your mind to enter a more restful state. It's a season that doesn't shout for your attention. The muted colours and soft light provide a canvas for your own thoughts, rather than drowning them out with brightness. This visual simplicity can lead to better mental clarity. Without the constant stimulation of high-contrast summer days, the mind can finally find its natural equilibrium. Your favourite season says a lot about your personality. Winter lovers often score higher on measures of self-reflection and independent thought. They value depth over breadth. They aren't antisocial. They simply value quality over quantity in their social lives. They prefer the intimacy of a few close friends over the noise of a crowded festival. They are individuals who prioritize their internal needs. They find strength in silence and beauty in subtlety. For them, winter is a reflection of their own inner depth. It's a personality that is comfortable with solitude and finds inspiration in the quiet. They are the ones who understand that growth often happens in the stillness. In our hyper-connected world, winter provides a natural buffer against digital overload. The always-on culture of summer festivals gives way to the hibernate mode. This seasonal shift encourages us to disconnect from the noise of notifications and reconnect with ourselves. It's a time for reading, writing, and long-form thinking. When the world outside is quiet, it's easier to silence the digital world as well. Winter gives us the environmental permission we need to unplug and find our focus again. This clarity of focus is one of winter's greatest gifts. Without the distractions of summer, we can pursue our passions with more dedication and a clearer mind. We've explored how your brain, your need for pace, and even your personality drive your love for the cold. It's a complex psychological landscape that defines who you are. Your relationship with winter isn't about being gloomy. It's about finding an environment that matches your inner rhythm, a place where you can finally feel like yourself. So embrace the quiet, embrace the cold. Understand that your preference is a unique way of experiencing the world, and there is profound beauty in that choice. As the world slows down, let yourself slow down with it. Find your sanctuary, nourish your mind, and enjoy the profound peace that only winter can provide. Your love for winter is a reflection of your own depth. It's a season of restoration and a celebration of the quiet strength that lives within you. Thanks for joining us on this psychological journey. We hope you find your home in the winter. Embrace the season and embrace yourself. Goodbye.